I was so excited to see my good friend Melissia Rene. I mean, she dropped some incredible nuggets, and we definitely got into some deep, deep talk. You guys definitely don't want to miss it.
It's your girl, Melissia Rene. Make sure you check out my interview with Kat Harvey on Success and Nothing Less.
Hey, what's up, world? I'm Kat Harvey, CEO of Success Nothing Less. Today, I'm so excited to bring back one of my initial guests on the show. Not only she's a beautiful person, man, I just fell in love with her the first time I met her. She's a beautiful mom, entrepreneur, one of the managing partners of the Money Team, motivational speaker, and owner of the hottest boutique, Divana Love Boutique. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Kat?
I'm doing well. So, tell people, what have you been up to and how's the store doing since we last talked?
Ooh, I've had so much going on. The store is doing wonderful, actually. I made a couple changes. Before I told you guys that I did have the salon in the back. That kind of didn't work out too good for me. So what I did was I took that out, and I now have a nail bar in the back. So I have a nail tech back there, and I'm actually working on my second location in Las Vegas in one of the bigger malls out here.
Well, I remember you sharing, I don't know if you remember when we were in DC, you sharing the story with me about, used to be a maid. So how are you able to stay humble, from going from that position? Now you have a boutique, you're about to open up the second one. What keeps you humble so that life doesn't have to humble you?
I just really take everything in, and I'm just really, really grateful for the position that I'm in. But I always tell people, sometimes you have to use certain things in life as stepping stones. You may not want to work at the job at McDonald's, or you may not want to work as a maid, but sometimes those are the things that you have to do in order to so-called, let life go on and, live and do what you have to do. So I felt like, it definitely was a humbling experience to have to be a maid. But at the same time, too, though, I met so many wonderful people, and it actually made me who I am. And I don't look at it as if I'm shameful because I had to do it. I'm in a very good position now. And I just, like I said, I take it as a stepping stone in life. And I don't never take it for granted and where I came from. And I'm just, thankful to be in the position that I am in today, to be a business owner and to be successful business owner at that. And to, see my business flourish, and it is growing. And like I said, that's just me as a person. I'm just very humble. And I just know that things could happen and I could be right back in the same position where I have to be a maid again, or I have to be working and doing something that I don't want to do. So, that's why I don't never talk about people who, work at, McDonald's or, other jobs. Somebody's got to do the job. And I look at it like they're trying to get ahead in life. And you know what? You never know where they're going to be in 5 years from now, in a year from now. You never know. They may be your boss. So like I said, it's just something that keeps me very, very humble. And that's just the person that I am.
Some of the biggest lessons you're teaching your kids, and are they going to be entrepreneurs like yourself?
I had to work at a young age because I had a son, was more so about like my credit and keeping my credit clean. I'm teaching my kids that now, that it's very important to keep that clean and have a good line of credit, because with that you can get so many things, especially if you are trying to be an entrepreneur and open your own business. You can get a small business loan. There's just so many things you can do as long as you keep your credit clean. So that, and just teaching them how to work hard for the things that they want. You can't get everything handed to you, so to speak. With my son, he's older, so he's 20, he'll be 21, but he's trying to start his own clothing line, and he's been working on it. But I told him, I can't just give you everything. I'm going to always support you, but I can't just hand everything to you. You have to have a hustle to support your hustle. And I had to do it, even though I wanted to be somewhere in life, I still had to do some of the things I didn't want to do. And I'm not telling him, you have to go and, work at McDonald's or whatever, but you need to have a job and you need to have some type of income coming in. And same thing with my daughter. And I think that, she'll be a very good businesswoman because her dad is teaching her a lot of things too as well.
Instead of, being petty, and what advice can you give as far as supporting? Because you deal with a lot of women now. So what do you have to do as far as mentally to get them on the same wavelength so that, you know, it's all love and we all win together?
You know, I always use this example too. I always say, you know, there's always going to be prettier, smarter, funnier, better shaped women than you. I mean, you know, I'm 37, so there's going to be younger girls that maybe look better than me or smarter than me, whatever. The thing is that as long as those people are on the same level that you're on and they're trying to be in the same place in life that you're trying to be, or, you know, reach the same goals you're trying to reach, I just feel like, why? Like, to me, so many of our people, and especially like when it comes to Black women, and I hate to say it, but honestly, it's like we put each other down. And I've met so many women that you get a perception of them and you think that they're one way, but when you meet them, you're like, oh my gosh, she's super cool. Like, for example, I'll use Basketball Wives. I don't know Shawnee O'Neal, and I've always liked her even from what I did see on TV, and I think that she's smart, very, very smart. She's beautiful, and she ended up coming into my boutique. Super cool. When I say super cool, anything that anybody has to say or what I've seen on the shows or any, you know, you're like, nah, I couldn't even believe it, even if somebody said it, or even if I seen it with my own eyes. I just think that so many times we judge a book by its cover, and we get so intimidated by the next woman if she's beautiful, or, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't understand that. Why can't you just walk into a room and maybe even, instead of you getting all the compliments all the time, give someone a compliment, you know, say, hey, you know, you're beautiful. I do it all the time, and I don't have a problem with that at all, you know. And then sometimes you feel like when somebody pays you a compliment, it's kind of hard to just hit them right back with one, because you don't want them to think, you know, you're being fake. But at the same time too, though, if you see yourself doing that, you feel so much better about yourself anyways, because I am who I am. I'm not going to change, you know. And I feel like at the end of the day, your exterior, it means nothing. It means how you are inside. That is what prevails, and that's what shines. And if you're a horrible person, you're always going to be a horrible person. If you're a good person, you're always going to be a good person. And that is what really people see.
You know, being that you deal with different celebrities and people of influence, what's a couple things you had to change as far as a business side? You know, not lowering the price too low where you're not making any profits, and at the same time not giving them stuff because they're like, hey girl, like, you need me, you know, that whole, tell me how you dealt with that whole process.
Well, it's been a little tricky because my thing is I'm very nice, and I could say that I think as a businesswoman, that part I think I need to work on, because I could have somebody come in the store, which I've had, you know, somebody comes in the boutique and they're like, hey girl, you know, a regular customer, hey girl, you know, well, I don't get paid till next Friday. I mean, I got X amount of dollars on me. Do you think you can discount it for me? And then I'm all like, well, this is my regular customer. Why not? You know, and the thing is that at the end of the day, it's business, you know, and this is how I keep my doors open. And if I keep discounting it for one person, I got to do it for the next and for the next, and then I'll never be running a successful business. But that's why I try to have like incentives, and, you know, I might, you know, run like a certain type of contest or whatever, because I've given out a lot of free things to a lot of my customers because I do appreciate them and I do appreciate the support.
What's your, I guess your top 2 or top 3 commandments that, you know, you can't break?
I never really thought about that. Well, I'll tell you what. I would have to say one would be, as far as my business is concerned, I have a real big thing with, you know, like when you've worked for someone in the past, a boss or whatever, and I feel like they think because they're above you, like whether it's a manager or even the owner of a place, that they can talk to you any type of way. I kind of refuse to do that. I don't want to ever make someone feel disrespected, because I've had it done to me in the past, you know, and they belittle you and make you feel so small. I don't feel like anybody should ever do that. There's a way to get your message across without having to belittle someone or make them feel like, oh, just because this is your business or you're the manager or whatever, you can talk to me like that. So that's one thing that I always promised, that I would never make anybody feel like that. And another thing, gosh, I don't even know. I've never even had to think about a question like that. You know what? I'd have to say someone, let's just say I did have someone who worked for me. and they stole from me or something like that, I would refuse to just let that go and let them back into my business and my world.
Everything that I'm sure you've done for people have done for you. What's the best thing that somebody has done for you or you've done for somebody that's non-monetary?
You know what? I have a lot of people that, like, just friends and family, and just the fact that I can ask them for anything at a drop of a dime, and it doesn't matter what it is, and they'll stop and they'll do it. And that's just because they know all the things that I have done. And it doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be anything like that. And I can appreciate that so much, because that means more than money sometimes. That means more than getting a gift, is the fact that I could just, if I can call on you and I can rely on you and I know that you're going to be there for me, that's important to me, because you never know in life when you might need someone.
So do you have any upcoming products or events besides your store opening that you want people to know about?
I actually just want everybody to be on the lookout for the opening of the new location. It might be a little bit different. It might be like a Divana Love with a twist. Like just a little bit more of the higher end kind of stuff, like almost like have like a couture line or something like that. But I just want everybody to keep an eye out for that. I'm doing different things, so they can always go to my website, which is www.melissiarene.com. And, just check out that, like interviews with you, Kat, that will be posted on there. These type of things. This is so much fun to me. And I appreciate, women like yourself who support me and so who are so very nice and just, inviting. You see, I'm on my floor right now. I knew I could get comfortable with you because we've talked before. So, just keeping up with me with different stuff like that. I have some things that are going on, but some things I can't speak on. And that's why I got to just be careful. But, I always tell everybody to keep your eyes open and just, pay attention and really, really check that MelissiaRene.com, because you can get a lot of information off of there.
What's that one thing you would have to say to the young and older and seasoned entrepreneurs that's out there?
If you have a dream to do something, you have a vision in your head, always move forward with that. No matter who tries to tell you, oh, it's probably not going to work. You might want to do this. You might want to go forward with whatever it is that you want to do. And as long as you have, to me, as far as the money aspect side of it, as long as you have the money to do what you need to do, because it's definitely gonna cost, if you have the money aspect side of it, I say go ahead, do it, open your doors, do what you have to do. And then if you're kind of like, well, I'm on the fence about, with the money and stuff like that, I would say, and I would suggest, a really good way to start off could be online. So many people don't realize that, but I know it sounds good to have a storefront and people can come to your store and they can see what you have, and it's a really good idea. But online is a really good way too, because then you have no overhead. If you don't have the money side and you're just working with a little bit, go ahead and try online first. And just make sure whatever you do, you market yourself.
Well, thank you so much for coming again. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. You got to let me know when we log off when the date is or around about, so I can definitely take the time out, and me and my film crew. I have a film crew now.
Look at you.
I'm here. So we could come out there and definitely support you and what you have going on. I'm so proud of you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
And I'm very proud of you, and I love to see people, women being so successful and just making it. And I've heard of all the different interviews you've done, so I'm definitely proud of you. And I just wanted to tell people I am going to be having a huge birthday party. A lot of people who follow me on Snapchat already seen the boat that I'm going to have it on. It looks like a cruise ship, but make sure you always check out my website, because before my birthday, I'm running a contest for all expenses paid trip to my birthday. So we'll be covering hotel, flight, everything. So I want one lucky winner to be able to, come and join us. We're just trying to, set the dates in right now and lock them in before I actually, put it on my site. But so just make sure you check out my site and you stay on there.
Make sure you guys go to www.MelissiaRene.com and check out all of what she has coming up, and also enter a chance to win to her exclusive birthday yacht party. You guys don't want to miss it.